Hello everybody, and thank you for clicking on this video, and Happy New Year! Yes guys, it is January 1st, 2016, so this is my first video of that year as well as my 100th video. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to be talking about DLCs and microtransactions in video games. So a lot of people really get fired up of the idea of games having microtransactions and DLCs. And I'm going to be talking about why that it's really not that big of a deal and why they are actually technically keeping your game's prices down. So they're actually saving you money. So just think about it this way. Haven't you noticed that game prices haven't gone up in the last 10 years? Because there are a bunch of different items that have gone up in the last 10 years when it comes to prices. But games have generally been staying at the same price, meaning $60. The reason why is because of DLC. So imagine if you're a game developer. Games are getting more expensive to make. So what they do is they make DLC and they sell it separately. So imagine a Call of Duty DLC. If let's say all 4 maps, all zombies maps are on that disc, you would be paying for the entire game $120. That's how they do it. It's because if they can sell DLC, they don't have to sell, like if let's say there's a one DLC and that's $15. That's $15 plus $60. So if you had all of the DLC on the game and they were to sell it because they need to make a good amount of money because games are getting more expensive, it would be a $120 game. Then you throw in microtransactions, that's just like the cherry on top to like advanced supply drops in Advanced Warfare and now crypto and now COD points in Black Ops 3. That's just like that's just supposed to add more money and get more revenue. So I think that DLC is fine. And the idea that, oh, since I paid this money for this game, so that means I'm entitled to 100% of the content. That's not completely fair. Because imagine it this way. Let's say you were to buy a car. And let's say, those cars you can go and like customize them to see like what type of engine and stuff like that, like your just base car. If let's say you're paying $30,000 for a car, but there's $15,000 in add-ons, you're not going to walk up to the car company and say, hey, I bought this car for $30,000. There is stuff that you can put onto the car that I can't get because I didn't buy it. It's the same idea. This is additional content. And if you think about it, it's kind of good because imagine if every single DLC and every single zombies map was on Black Ops 3 right now as soon as you bought it. The game would get more stale quicker because if you take out that like $15 of like 4 maps and stuff, it keeps the game fresh because you get new content 9 months into the game. 10 years ago, that was something insane that you could do for video games. That you can get fresh content for a game that has been out for 9 months. And especially when it comes to Call of Duty, because like other games like Grand Theft Auto, they're supposed to last like 5 years or something. But for like Call of Duty, you're getting fresh content within 3 months. So if you go to like max rank and you complete the game and you played all the maps and you played all the zombies maps, then you'll have new stuff. And I think that's kind of good. And also, something that a lot of people don't know about game developers is the game isn't just made, printed, and then on shelves. How it works is they make the game, then when the game's done, there's like a 3-week waiting period that the game developers are basically doing nothing. So what they do is they create DLC in that time. So like, imagine the game is complete, and then 3 or 4 weeks, they're just sitting idle doing nothing, and that time is just completely wasted because they have to print that game. So that's how come DLC is made in that time. So I think DLC is actually a good thing because it also makes sure that if you're a fan of the series, you can get more. Like let's say if it's for like a Fallout game, or let's just say Fallout type game. Let's say you want to do more missions and you want to do more. Like the Jack the Ripper DLC for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. You want to do more missions? You have that option. So it's kind of good in DLC. I don't think it's like this big scam artist that everybody is portraying it as being, oh, they're just taking your money and they're giving you nothing for it, or how people really they think of DLC. I don't think it's that big of a monster that people are portraying it as. It's actually something that really is keeping your game prices down. So that's what I want to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to leave a like. And if you really like my stuff, subscribe. And also, this is my 100th video special. I wanted to do something more special than just a normal commentary, but I basically summed up everything that I want to say in my last video. So if you want to check that out, link in the description. As well, there will be a link in the description to my 50th video special, where I cover even more things. So thank you once again for watching this video, and goodbye, and Happy New Year.